Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. It is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025 at about 10:15 in the morning. Now I got up at 6 o'clock. It's beautiful out in the mornings. And today's only supposed to be 88 degrees. Actually, we have showing here 82 already. I don't know if their 88 is going to stand true for up away from any water, like in Milton or Pensacola, Florida. But we moved our nectarine tree. Now this is a tree I grew from pits, and it is root bound here. Like before I started working on this, it was all smooth. So we're clawing it with a lovely claw thing that I got from my sister Lori, and we're putting Osmocote and perlite into the dryer drum barrel, and I think this might be a decent spot for it because this gets morning sun, and it needs to be repotted because it's all root bound here. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And that soil is from my compost pile here, kind of good, kind of so-so, and we're going to be cutting some grass, adding it to the compost piles. But you can see the biochar in here. Here's some biochar in here, and then actually you can take these pieces and break them up. But that is pretty good for water retention. And actually what I like to do is I like to get rid of rocks like this. Put that in that bucket and anything else. But it's almost like the leaves can't sustain themselves. This thing's probably going to go dormant here because it got moved into a different spot. And, it's going to go into shock a little bit here for a little while. And it's going to get a lot of rain in this spot. Well, kind of, where it was sheltered from some of that. But it definitely doesn't have root rot, which that's good, because that could happen here. And with me watering, I never know how much to water and this and this and that. It's already going into like a fall leaf drop, I noticed. And this is actually 2 trees in one container. They did survive, so we're going to move them into a bigger, much bigger container and grow them on, see if we ever get any nectarines. And yep, so the dryer drums are working out pretty good. Got some beautiful peppers here, a lot of them. And we're just kind of concentrating on this area with the dryer drums. And I'm doing some grass cutting today and bagging the grass clippings into the compost piles. But a lot of yard work to do after the 95 degrees and super high humidity that you can't even handle. FRP. Here's my stockpile. It was in the house. I don't know. I'm going to have to wash it if I ever want to use it. Land it on my foot. So yeah, we're doing the compost piles today. We're going to be filling them all up. And I kind of managed to grab a little bit of this biochar. But biochar definitely is good in the compost. No matter how you get little chunks of charcoal or chunks of burnt wood or burnt, like I save all my chicken bones and pork chop bones and burn them down a little bit. Actually, too, I freeze them because then I don't want to draw rats. So I can't add them into the compost. But kind of cleared this area up of biochar, and then that I will take and add to the compost. Here, this is one of our new piles, this middle pile. I got 3 piles. This one I took a lot of that soil out of for the nectarine tree. And that one's still covered. That's got a lot of cardboard in it. And, you know, I couldn't get to these for a while. Trees and sheets of vine had fell on top of here, and I couldn't get any in here. Great big tree last year from the tornado fell on top of here. Actually cracked some bricks. But yeah, this is the compost setup. And I have a hose going all the way from the back, from the house. I eventually want to dig a trench and put water back here. But yeah, what a lot of work. But can be done. No bees. Never get any bees. I'm going to put the bait out again. Now that the temperatures, they might be moving around a little bit. But yeah, the bees not happening. Got the beehive ready. Have a swarm trap here. Don't really see a lot of bees in this area. Probably the farmers use a lot of pesticides and the humidity and a lot of factors in there with no bees. And I'm not going to buy any bees. Boy, I'd like to get those weeds into the compost pile. But yeah, we are moving the nectarine tree today. Here's a little Mexican petunia that's still growing, has flowers here. Still got a few hummingbirds around. Oh, they do come to the Mexican petunia in the morning when these flowers drop. Mexican petunia flowers drop like all day long. But yeah, they're beautiful. Nice flower for here in North. It's one of the only flowers that it's a perennial. It'll come back next year. And I have a couple of videos about it coming back in the spring with little shoots and maintaining it, getting rid of the old shoots and doing a little fertilizer on it. But beautiful flower for Northwest Florida, where things are kind of, you know, I tried clematises. My latest attempt with bougainvillea, not so great. We'll be trying that again. But yeah, we are moving the nectarine tree. And thank you, Lori, for the claw tools and the tools here. Because we're going to be using that today, the claw tool. I'm going to be